Previously on Into the Yonder Void, we talked to this chicken wizard, Van, and Fee was really spilling all the beans at it, and then they fucked off somewheres, and Nezrah and I made a delicious cuisine, and we are currently snacking on that right now, but I feel like some shit is about to go down.
The D20 Syndicate presents Into the Yonder Void.
Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Hey! Wow.
A weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth, and around the table, we have our players.
It's me. Look, it's Billy.
Hi, I'm Tomas. How are you?
Hello. Also, look, it is me, Lindsey, and I play Fee.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Can.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure. This is episode 92 of season 2.
92, 8 away from 100. I thought you guys would join in.
Good song.
When they
Didn't know where it went. I was
thought you'd read my mind.
No, would have loved to hop
keep
in,
on
but I didn't know where this train was going.
Yeah.
I feel like we're still laying down track.
92.
That's going to be fun to layer on top of itself.
You don't need to do anything. It's
Raw, unfiltered
perfect.
melody.
That's the
Instead
sequel
of
to
Unchained Melody, yeah, it's unfiltered.
Unfiltered melody.
Guys, I want to come record where you are.
No, you don't. It's way worse over here.
I want to be with the cool parents.
Can ride with them to Gary Con next time. Watch as they keep giving like cute eyes at each other. The whole time.
Now it's time for tonight's Around the Campfire question.
Ow.
It's funny because I can't actually hear you guys' sounds. I can just see Lindsey looking like she's doing a monkey impression. All right, so for tonight's Around the Campfire question, I want you to tell me about a trinket in your possession, what it is, why you have it, and something interesting about it. And we are going to start with Can, again.
I do have a little trinket with me, and it's always with me. It's this little piece of a flag.
A little piece
Do you
of a
see
flag?
it? Yeah.
No, it's a very little piece.
It's pretty little. I got it with Peach. He has a little piece too. And a few years ago, there was a big storm and it destroyed a lot of stuff. But the next day, Peach was outside his house and he found this flag and it must have come off some ship. And I thought it was really cool. So we were going to keep it, but this captain, she was searching high and low for it, and she even offered a reward to whomever could return it to her. But I said, let's keep it. But Peach wanted to do the right thing. So we compromised. We did the medium thing. And we each tore off a little piece of it for memories. But it was a really cool flag.
Very nice. Thank you, Can. All right.
You're not going to ask me about the flag?
What else is there to know about the flag?
The picture on it that made it so cool.
Well, yeah, please tell.
It was a spider in a web, but guess what the spider was eating?
What?
A shark.
This is Billy's nightmare. A spider big enough to eat this, one of his biggest fears.
Yeah, and somewhere there's a clown dancing in the background.
Captain
Spider
the
is
clown
the
ship.
clown.
The spider is wearing clown makeup.
Mm-hmm. Poorly.
All right, thank you, Can.
Poorly painted
You're
on.
welcome.
Oh.
Next up, we have Fee.
That's me.
It is.
So, if we're talking trinkets, can it be like sentimental? I mean, I guess it's not. I have my necklace. That's always on. I got it from, I don't know. I kind of came out with a portal with it, so I don't know where it came from. But one day magic started kind of erupting from it, and so it seemed very important, and I've kept it ever since. And I also have spoons, like for music. I'm a very I keep trying to get better at it. I'm an aspiring spoonist, but it's work in progress.
Just doing gravity blasts.
Yeah. Some guy gave them to me. He said, fine, you have fun with it. I can't do it. And so I'm trying to have fun with it, but one day.
Would Fee have destroyed all those villages if she wasn't choosing to keep the necklace on?
Wow. God damn it.
Spoon Fee!
Say Fee!
Thank you, Fee. Next up, we have Gil.
All together with your can. I'm still thinking about how horrifying the idea of a spider that is intelligent enough to try and emulate human beings by putting makeup on its face, but still is a spider and has done it horribly because it's a spider.
And it doesn't have little fingies.
Yeah, and it doesn't have little fingies. It's terrifying.
Welcome to the last 25 years of my nightmares after reading it.
Yeah. Trinket. So my brother Gary, he grows chunks of coral out of his skin on parts of his body, and one of his shoulder coral things broke off one time, and I just keep that around to remind me of Gary.
Why do you keep it around?
Yeah, is that like a skin?
It looks kind of cool. I don't know.
What color is it?
Coral. It's coral.
Very nice. And Nez.
So one summer we were diving in the pond in our village, and I had a necklace that I still keep with me, but that Veldak had given me, and it fell off, and I had to dive down to the bottom of the pond or the lake to find it. I found the amulet, thankfully.
Do I have a task for him?
But I also found this little chunk of what I thought was silver. But Veldak says it's not silver. It looks like a hunk of metal, and it has a lot of porous holes in it. But Veldak says he doesn't know what it is or where it came from.
That'd be a metal sponge right there.
Very nice. Thank you, Nez. All right. Shall we get started? When we last left off, you guys had indeed made yourself quite the feast. Can had made charcuterie, Nez had made this delicious potato soup, and Gil made he made things.
I'm helping.
And I helped. A burnt blood brownie that he, you know what? Improvisation is sometimes a good thing in the kitchen. In this case, it was a cardinal sin. And now you guys are sitting at a table with Vandalash, and Vandalash informed you that you guys are essentially trapped. What that means might be need some interpretation. So that's where we open.
What do you mean by that?
Like we're trapped here.
No, you're not trapped here in this house. We're all trapped in this area of the world.
In Noodletown?
Yes, but more specifically, the Echo Province.
Oh.
It has been locked by this force.
When did all that come to be?
Around a week and a half ago?
We weren't even here.
What is the wall blocking it?
As far as we can understand, we don't know its origin, but we have been able to discern that it is some sort of magical catalyst, in a sense. We believe that it takes an area, compresses it into its own pocket dimension that is then otherwise inescapable. We believe that whatever force has put this in place is trying to take the Echo Province and force it out of the material plane.
Okay. So
Who would want to do that?
there are a great many people who would do a lot of things. This defies my understanding of any kind of resolution that would make sense. I don't understand the benefit unless there are multiple individuals or places or something that they would rather not exist on the material plane anymore. I do not know for certain, but one of the few things I do know is that since I became the Rune Master, I have been able to transport myself at will pretty much everywhere, and I am unable to leave the confines of the Echo Province because of this.
could this have been an accident?
It very well could have been an accident, though that's even more of a terrifying prospect because if there's intent behind it, then there is potentially a solution, but if it's an accident, we may not be able to resolve it.
Well, some of us were on the ship at the start of this, going a way different course, making our way from Starry Strom. And there was a storm, and then we ended up in the Echo Province. And it was weird.
It seems to have all happened at once, and it's thrown off the balance of a great many things. From the best recollection we have, it goes as far east as just beyond the Tantaruka Islands, and far west beyond even the Great Gate.
So you can't, go around?
No, it seems to be completely covering the entire area.
What happens when you go into it?
We have seen at least twice that when interacting with this magical barrier, whatever it is, creates a frequency. It does not allow anyone to penetrate its depths, but those who interact with it then find that their magic and some of their abilities are shut off to them.
Forever? Just for...
As long as it's lasted so far.
Oh, well, let's not go to that.
So what do we do?
Yeah, how do we fight a giant wall?
Oh yeah, why are you asking us about this?
I am not necessarily asking you about that. My query is about something related to it, but altogether different. There is a possibility that we can get a little bit more information about this because we know that there are other pocket dimensions that have been created. It is an interesting phenomenon, but within each of these pocket dimensions there are, for lack of a better word, runic tablets. They are older than even I can comprehend, and they hold information as to each specific area's pocket dimension. There are 2 right now that are becoming corrupted, which is something that has not happened before. And so my request to you is if you would be willing as a group to enter one of these pocket dimensions, retrieve the runic tablet, and hopefully figure out a way through that to give us more information about what is happening here on the material plane.
These pocket dimensions, do we know how large, or approximately, how large each one is?
The 2 that are currently becoming corrupted, one is quite large, probably the span of a continent, and the other is quite small in comparison to that one, and really only a few miles.
But we can rest assured that each pocket dimension themselves doesn't contain, say, for example, ostensibly an entire galaxy or planet.
There are rumors of those, but none that I have seen, though who could really say if you can capture an entire region of a planet or an entire continent-sized landmass, you could reasonably capture a whole world, perhaps an entire plane. It is also suspected that if this isn't an accident, that perhaps this is just a test run to see the size that someone could capture. I can imagine it would be quite unfortunate if someone were to, say, take the entire material plane and put it in their own pocket dimension.
And you've done enough research to know, or at least guarantee, that we can return if we were to enter one of these pocket dimensions.
Yes, these two are corrupted but stable. As long as you don't spend, I would say, more than a few weeks inside of them, I think you'll be just fine, and you will be able to return.
Lady, you wouldn't believe the amount of shit we get done in less than a week.
I'm sorry, what did you say earlier, Can?
Oh, I was just asking why you're asking us about this.
Well, I need...
Why? We all just met, basically.
Yes, I'm picking that up. However, unfortunately, the people here in Astora are unable to enter these. It is the nature of... Without going into too much detail, it is the nature of the island itself.
Well, can you give me a little detail?
The island has a lot of mythology behind it, and one of those things is that the people here that are from here cannot venture too far from the island. It's something about the biome. They're very sick.
Why don't you do it then? You're not from here, are you?
I would need to remain on this plane in order to ensure that you would be able to come back out. If I keep it open from this side, I cannot enter it. Otherwise, I might not be able to get out.
What if I was able to keep it open on this side?
That would be helpful. However, I do not believe that you have the abilities at your current experience level to hold open this pocket dimension.
Damn, dude, she called you out.
It is a great question, and I appreciate the ambition. I am asking another group that currently is in the city to...
Well, we're way cooler than that group. We'll do it.
Yeah, what group?
Well, I wasn't saying that I was going to ask them instead. I was going to have them take whichever pocket dimension you did not choose.
Oh, Dave's on smaller one.
And they're trustworthy? Like, they won't just fuck off and be like, "Hey, I'm out of here."
I have not met with them all yet, but I have it on good authority that at least some of them are extremely trustworthy, and their goals I can assist with. And so it would be sort of a quid pro quo situation for them.
Anybody we know?
You have, I believe, met one of them, Hazen.
That kid is green as grass.
Yes, he may not actually be part of the group that goes in, but...
He's a bit of a dork.
But without getting into too many details, I believe that I can trust this other group, at least insofar that they have a drive and purpose to complete the quest.
So you've been watching us, yeah?
Yes.
And you trust us?
Yes.
All right. Weird.
Especially because I am willing to give you each what you might require going forward.
And what is that?
A microwave.
That would solve all my problems.
Car.
And
A
create
new
several
car.
more.
You can make your blood pudding in seconds.
Yep. Nuke it.
I brought along with me to this area, the Echo Province, a menagerie of items. I would be willing to allow you, as payment for helping me, to browse and each select one item from this menagerie.
One of them's an out-of-box Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy from 1993.
Done.
Is it Donatello or Michelangelo? It matters.
So you want us to go into a dimension, look around, and then come back and tell you what happened?
I would like you to retrieve the runic tablet.
Oh, I forgot about the tablet. What does that look like?
It is a magical object that radiates light, has script all over it, and is usually centered with a magical glowing stone.
You know, you ever see 10 Commandments?
Why is it there?
It is the core, how do we put this? The core foundation of the pocket dimension.
Does it act as an anchor to the dimension?
Something of an anchor.
Okay, I know what
Though-
that means.
I know all about anchors.
Rolls up his sleeve. Look at this tattoo.
What can we expect, like, when we get to this pocket dimension? Is it, like, what's it like there? Is there any danger aside from just going in this random dimension and getting a tablet?
Well, that is the reason I asked you to bring your weapons, because it's hard to know what dangers might present themselves, but much like most things in life, it is an unknown variable, but better to be prepared. I do not know what specifically you might encounter, but I do know a little bit of detail about each of them. Now, I have not visited these pocket dimensions myself. It is very, very stressful on my mana channels to maintain these. And like I said, I don't know if I would ever be able to get back out. I did not create these. These have been around a long time. But I do know that one is an extremely cold and icy place, mountainous, and the other is more of a
Swimming pool.
Yeah, it's a kiddie pool at a YMCA.
Fucking sold.
The other one is an oasis in the middle of a desert. It's a large oasis, but there is a dungeon inside this oasis. The interesting thing is that I had requested assistance before, and each of these pocket dimensions has people inside that I have not heard from or been able to communicate with. So if you were in there, if you could find, depending on which pocket dimension you're in, the others that we sent in, I would be more than grateful.
Okay,
who
so
are we looking
yeah,
for?
if we're playing the C and the D and shit, and all these people have gone in and not come out, why would we fucking go inside of there, no matter how oasis-y it is?
Well, A, for payment. B, because I have to take time to analyze those stones and emblazon the rune on the memory stone. And C, because you are not a single individual, and each instance of this, it was a single individual who went in.
Wouldn't we
You
each
just-
count as an individual?
Well, if we're together,
Yes,
Like-
you would be a group. I
Yeah.
apologize.
Did you just learn what a team is?
I thought that perhaps an Elysian Knight would be able to handle it on their own, and it's a very uncomfortable bit of political red tape now that two of them are missing.
You want us to go into Pocket Dimension to save Elysian Knights who were hunting us previously?
hello, yes, arrest us, please.
Which Elysian Night was it?
Oh, yeah.
In the icy pocket dimension, it was the Glimmer Knight, and in the Oasis pocket dimension, it was the Ash Knight.
Which one was the one that I kicked or hucked or tossed?
You guys encountered the Mist Knight, the Steam Knight, and the Shade Knight.
Oh, so they don't
none
know
of
we're
the ones you
wanted
encountered.
yet. Yeah, this might be good. They might go to bat for us and then make us not wanted anymore. They'll be like, no, these guys are great. They saved me.
What
So
are
I
you
mean, I
talking
guess
about?
that'd be good.
What did I just say about spilling all the beans, Fee?
Look,
It's one of these. I believe this is better if I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, if you
I
don't
don't
know-
need any more of a headache.
it's a
it's
story,
fine.
though.
The Elysian Knight hunt didn't make the highlight reel, but the noodle store did. All right. Got it.
Well, she's only been
important-
watching you since you arrived at the island.
that's true.
Oh, okay. I
I don't
misunderstood.
know if I don't know.
That's
if I
my bad.
clarified
That's
that
probably
enough.
my bad. I misinterpreted.
I don't know. Like, do you guys think this is worthwhile?
Yep. I want that memory stone and these gems, and yeah, if we could not be wanted, that'd be ideal.
And also, I think everybody probably wants to go home at some point. So maybe we need to figure out how to get not trapped.
It's true.
Better to be proactive than inactive.
Yeah, I'd like to get our arms around this issue early on.
Could I negotiate another part of this potential contract?
Oh, business.
Well, I am very much open to hearing your request. I don't want you to think of this as a contract. You are free to choose either of these, or if you really prefer, you can choose not to. I won't force you to go down either of these paths.
Well, perhaps then maybe just as friends?
Yes, please.
An additional request?
Ask what you will.
Would you be able to identify this?
And I pull out a lump of silver that has like porous holes all around it.
Okay.
It's a
One
metal
second.
sponge. It's not good at cleaning, but it looks cool.
It'll scrape the first 7 layers of skin off of your bones.
It'll get that jam that's stuck on your table stuck inside that metal sponge forever.
Also, it destroyed the table.
But it fixes the problem because the table isn't messy anymore. It's broken.
Give me just a moment here.
Okay.
Well, I guess if it's important to you guys, do we want to do this first, or is this a situation where we're supposed to like wrap up all of our other shit first and then do this?
What were we even trying to do?
I don't know.
The gems. I think that was why I was being kind of
We needed to
drop
go.
annoying
that
with getting
guy
here.
off.
Also
need-
getting Prince here. I don't know why.
We got to find Genie Kid. We got to go to Dragon Water for some bullshit, and the volcano place.
And we also need to return the staff.
But we're here.
Yeah, but we're stuck here, so
That's true.
Are we stuck on this island, or are we stuck in this whole region?
We're stuck
In
in
the
the Echo
region.
Province.
Right. So, I mean,
are any of the places on our to-do list inside the Echo Province?
Yeah.
I think
I
all
believe
of
they
them.
all are.
Oh, all of them are. Well, I mean, that's going to keep us occupied for probably the rest of this season.
Ask us next year.
So everyone wants to do this first, yes?
Yeah, I think so.
Vandalash lifts up the porous metal, and then you see her eyes flash, and you see the metal flash, almost as if she casts some kind of like high-level identify spell, and then she sets it back down. This is interesting. This appears to be a fragment, from the best of my understanding, to a piece of star metal.
Interesting.
Usually we find that star metal comes to the planet from the world outside. This, however, gives me the impression that it is from a different plane entirely. I sense a lot of celestial energy on this piece of star metal.
Interesting.
You have something very valuable here. If I was a more opportunistic person, I might try to use this metal and perhaps get it forged into something useful, like a weapon or a piece of armor. That is typically what was done in the past when people found pieces of this.
That'd be some good armor. What?
An armor for my pinky.
Yeah.
Oh, it is quite expansive. Its surface area is deceptive.
I see. If you don't mind, if we have time after, I guess some of this calms down, maybe we could research it further and find a purpose for it.
Yes, that would make me very happy. I adore research.
Excellent.
So, that leaves the question open. Will you help me with this endeavor?
Well, if it's important to these guys, I will go along for the ride.
Is it not important for you not getting back to Echo Province?
Nah.
We're in the Echo Province.
Oh, right. Not getting back to Starstrom? Is that where we're going?
Things were pretty shit at the time, so, I mean, I was on the way to jail. I'm all right. This place is pretty chill. I mean, I'm a mayor here. I have a lot of business prospects. I'm not wanted. Well, I guess I am wanted now. Shit.
Gil, I thought we weren't supposed to say things.
You know what, Fee? You got me there. I spilled the bean. I'm sorry. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, I'm down for whatever right now. I'm a free agent.
I think it'll end up becoming advantageous for us in possibly more ways than one.
All right.
And it's something important that we can leave behind in the world. We did something good.
Is the Oasis the bigger one?
The Oasis is the smaller one.
Oasis, then.
In size, but as I mentioned, it does have a dungeon there.
Why are you saying it like that?
Because dungeons tend to be quite perilous.
Or do you think we'd be more equipped for the mountains? What do you think?
Yeah, you've been watching us for a while. What do you think is more our style and our speed?
I could not tell you in the small amount of time that I've known you.
Here's my opinion, and I'm just going to say it out loud. If we happen to be permanently stuck in one of these places, I vote Oasis.
Well, that does sound like a better situation.
I agree.
I think our personalities jive more with Oasis for a long-term residence. So I vote that.
Yeah,
but Glimmer Knight sounds really cool, and I would like to meet that person.
Okay, yeah.
Well, the Glimmer Knight is not in the Oasis.
I know, I'm saying but. That is my one thing that made me want to go there. But my curiosity isn't as strong as my Oasis want.
I will say, and I'm not trying to influence you here, I have a very good friendship with the Glimmer Knight.
Okay.
I find the Ash Knight... Her manner is an acquired taste.
It's a lady, huh?
Yes.
I mean, I do really like mountains. I'm pretty well equipped for mountains. I have
frozen
potion
skeletons.
skeletons.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, they're frozen.
I don't care for the cold.
Simple and direct.
I feel like
I grew up in a really cold place, and I would like to go to an oasis. But, okay, Nez, which way are you leaning? Are we split?
Oasis.
Oh. So we win, Fee.
did we? Well, oh, yeah, you win. I thought you were saying we as in like, yeah. Fuck. Okay.
Unless we want Loom and Prince to get the vote. Are you guys coming too, or what's happening with them?
Well, I must specify that I have the ability to send only 6, and one of the caveats of this is that I'm going to send along someone with you that can help you locate the runic tablets.
Who?
An acquaintance of mine.
That's
Got
not
any
suspicious
details?
at all.
Because what if they don't really like vibe with us?
I have a feeling you'll get along.
We have a pretty well curated dynamic with this group.
We're not taking on new members at this time.
Membership is
Everybody-
at capacity.
Well, we needed to drop Prince off, right? Anyway, does he need to tag along, or is he done?
I can stay here, and that is okay.
That is okay.
I mean, that's what he wanted, is for you to be here, but maybe you're supposed to be here to go with us.
That doesn't sound right.
I don't know. I still
like the
don't
way
have
that
answers on
sounds.
that. Vandalash, do you know anything about why
Check your quest log. See if the escort mission has a check mark by
why
it.
T really wanted Prince to come here?
I don't know for certain, but I have perhaps an idea. If Prince Keshmir would like to stick behind, he and I can have a frank discussion.
Oh.
And who is this, Frank? Is this our companion that is going with us?
No, the companion I am thinking of is named Macy.
Day parade.
Is the Prince is Kashmir going to be okay?
Here, yes.
So you're not like gonna hurt him? That's not what you mean by frank discussion? Frank discussions aren't usually like nice cozies.
No, I'm not going to hurt him. And she looks over at the prince, who actually, for the first time, looks a little bit sheepish. You saw him get his pants ripped off and his dick and balls are hanging out, and he wasn't looking sheepish then, but now he looks sheepish.
And what
and
about
she
Loom?
says, what?
And what about Loom?
Yes, I can come with, probably, if I won't inconvenience you all too much with my current impediment.
Straight up blind. Can you
cure
his blindness by any chance?
I can attempt to, yes. That would be much appreciated.
You should have asked earlier, Loom.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
He didn't see the opportunity.
I was too busy enjoying that delicious brownie that someone made.
Yeah, it's good. I had some.
His teeth are black.
She flutters over to Loom, rests on his shoulder, and then you watch as she just like does one solitary peck to the side of his head, and suddenly his eyes uncloud, and he's like, oh.
Then they just start to bleed.
I can kind of see.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Wait, kind of see?
Yes, it's still a bit blurry, and Vandalash, like, tilts her head and says, yes, it will get better over the next few hours.
That's
you
familiar.
had it wasn't quite a curse, but it was maybe like a curse's cousin.
Kurth.
So, you guys would like to enter the oasis?
Are we going like
Hell
right
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can we? Yeah.
I would
can we
allow
say
you
bye?
to.
now? To who?
I would allow you to rest here. Get your perhaps.
Oh,
We're
sure.
getting later in the day, maybe a full night's rest if you'd like, and then first thing in the morning, it'll give Macy time to arrive.
that sounds
Do
right.
we have like any time to like, I don't know, hang out with Macy and figure out if we like them?
Can we do some team building
Perhaps.
activities?
Yes,
Like
I'm
this
sure
is
there'll be
better.
some time.
Because I'm concerned about morale on this mission.
Morale is important for a mission, especially a scouting one.
Yes, I would hate for it to be a bad situation. I wouldn't want that. The dynamic of your group is important. Unfortunately, he will have to go either way. So hopefully you do enjoy who Macy is.
I hope so too. For his good.
Okay, so there
Just
are
kidding.
rooms upstairs. You have full access to anything in the Gargantian mansion that you might need. This is if you're unfamiliar with the spell that typically creates this, this is a modified version. So any food that you eat, anything that you take from it, it actually exists. It also lasts quite a bit longer.
Awesome.
Aw, wow.
Okay.
So these wings are staying, huh? Yeah.
The wings that from the potion,
Yeah.
that will fade at some point. I'm not sure when, but that is not going to be
Mid-flight.
permanent.
Oh, okay. That's good to know. Still fun while it's happening.
The other aspect of these pocket dimensions is when you enter them, time will be different there than it will be here. It will, on the material plane, time will not move very much from the moment you enter and exit the pocket dimension. But to your senses, it will seem as normal time.
Honestly, that's the best version of that. If it were flip-flopped, I might be out.
So ostensibly what you're saying is we could be in this pocket dimension for, say, a week and come back and only a few minutes have passed here?
Yes, if even that.
Fascinating.
So is that kind of the time frame we're working with, a week?
I hope it doesn't take that much time. With Macy's help, you should be able to find what you're looking for pretty soon. I would hope and expect less than a week. that would be quite obscene.
Well, that's going to be embarrassing now if it takes longer than a week.
Join us
But
next
yes.
season.
Have free reign of the house. Anything that you need will be provided. So get some rest, relax,
Are you gonna-
and prepare.
Pack us like some food or provisions.
Yes.
For the trip.
You can have full access to all the ingredients in the pantry. If you require more, we can
That wasn't my question.
get that. What? I'm sorry?
I was asking if you were going to do it.
I can provide ration packs if that's what you'd like.
What kind of stuff do you make?
They're chicken seed.
What would you like?
I'm going to wander away.
I'll just ask Nez.
Relying on your friends, that's fantastic. I am going to leave for a little while, but I will be back in a few hours.
But you're not going to go too far because we're trapped.
That is correct.
That's a little trap humor.
Excellent. Yes, so enjoy yourselves, and I will see you soon. And she disperses.
Feathers flying around. Well, okay, we need to be cool. I don't want to be embarrassed in front of Macy. We want to be on a good hoof with them. So, I don't know why I'm saying this. You guys are super chill
Yeah,
and cool anyway, so we got this.
Yeah, Gil.
Yeah, but what if Macy isn't?
Yeah, what if Macy sucks?
I thought like most people were totally fine and I could vibe with just about anybody until this guy showed up, pointing at the prince.
He looks over and winks.
I do believe it would behoove us if we did prepare for the possibility that all the Elysian Knights are after us in some capacity.
But the Macy isn't a knight, are they?
But we're going into the pocket dimension to potentially rescue the Ash Knight.
But do we even want to do that, though?
We don't have to do that part.
That's
We
just
can
like
just
a
do the
bonus
other
mission.
part.
I feel like we just get to that tablet and get out without encountering Elysian Knight.
And if we see him, just don't make eye contact and keep
Do
going.
you think that they perished in the pocket dimension?
Do I think they died there? I don't know.
I mean, we could, like, try to look, though, at least, for them. Yeah?
That is a good point, because if we do get on their good side, then it might make us
Yeah.
less wanted.
Right.
But they also might just tell everyone where we are. And
Also true. Yeah. But maybe not.
Do we know if the Elysian Knights and the Inquisition have any sort of partnership?
I don't know shit about fuck. I thought the Inquisitors were just in Argaria. I didn't know they went beyond that.
As far as I know, the Elysian Knights are opposed to the Inquisition.
So it was,
They are not seen very fondly in many of these areas.
That's good.
So it was bad to piss them off.
Yes, extremely.
So now is our chance to come back and win their favor
We all
again.
look at the prince.
But they were rude.
I guess if we're planning on going to Dragonwater someday, we should probably work on that.
We should probably try to mend that bridge.
Right.
I agree.
We can explain our way out of it as long as there isn't a judge there.
That one probably doesn't even recognize me in this form.
With the haircut?
No, not being a bird.
Oh, right.
That's true. Everyone else, though, is kind of fucked. And even when you're a giant bird, you kind of still look like you.
Yeah, but I think she was probably too terrified to remember that.
We can only hope. Well, should we get some rest?
Yeah. Usually there's a tub room in places like this. I'm going to go find that.
Understood.
All right.
And get my soak on.
Yeah, why don't you guys tell me what you guys are going to do for the next few hours, and during that time, you'll also receive the benefit maybe you do, maybe you don't need it, of a long rest. But I believe that you already had one. With the potions.
I'm gonna go to the bathhouse part of the mansion and get waited on hand and foot by sexy half naked people. Assuming that
you notice,
it's like that sort of mansion.
You would notice that there are no sexy half naked servants. They're just standard faceless servants.
Man, this place is way less cool than the other one I was at.
But you do see a weirdly detailed painted portrait hanging above the baths, and it depicts a group of individuals that you're from Argyria, so you would recognize the wolves of Moonreach posing for a portrait.
We keep that in the bathroom?
In the bath.
What are they doing in the painting?
They're all sitting in different golden tubs and like striking poses, and you see that Gorbel, the famous Gorbel Ice Tower, is flexing and pointing at whoever was painting it. You see the stoic Tomar doesn't have a shirt on in the bath, but he is holding a gigantic, awesome-looking weapon. You see Pinwin Dingleroot leaning forward on the edge of the bath with his hands on his closed fists and smiling while a big black wolf sits next to him. And you do see that the most comfortable person in the bath is this half-elf of Willem, now Shadegazer. He's got his arms propped up on the back, and then you can see his feet on the front, and you're pretty sure that this painter was extremely careful about what he painted, because it seems like there should be more visible than there is.
Nice. Wonder what they're up to now. Have you guys ever heard of them?
He's in the bath by himself with these servants.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what is everybody else
went
doing in this time frame?
I went to go look for a room.
Okay.
Did I get the beach thing? Like the thing that lets me go to the little beach?
No. Vandalash indicated that once you return, you would have access to it for a brief while.
Okay. I'm going to spend part of the time trying to bring Crumb back if I can. Can I do that in here?
Crumb is he's already on the material plane, so.
Oh, shit.
He's currently somewhere with a backpack that he found, or a bag of some kind.
That's right.
He was patrolling looking for
around.
Inquisitors.
Yeah.
Still at the Duma Inn.
Poor Crumb.
You could probably talk to him.
That's true.
You definitely could.
Oh.
And then, Can, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go back to that pantry and load up on some treats.
All right. You're going to fill your pack with vittles?
Yeah, and I would also I would like to engage in some good conversation.
Yeah.
With?
Whoever's gonna listen.
Okay, so we've got one of you going to the bath, one of you trying to communicate with your pal, one of you finding a room, and one of you going into the pantry to load up. So Nez, yeah, you're able to find where the rooms are. There's a bunch of rooms in this joint, and all kind of have different stylistic differences, but nothing so glaring that they're like, oh, this one is definitely like my room. They all generally look the same. They all feel very comfortable. They all have windows in them that look out into an obviously fake scene, but like a magically projected scene.
I'm going to try and find a room that's like in the corner of the mansion.
Okay, yeah. You find a room that's at a corner. It's very comfortable, large 4-poster bed, just like the others, and there's a little reading nook as well. It's got some books in it. You find though that if you look at the labels, you are unable to read any of the labels on the books.
Okay.
You are able to gather as much stuff as you would like, and as much as you can fill your bag with, you can have.
Excellent.
And Loom travels along with you, so you can have some good conversation with Loom while you're doing that.
I'm gonna try to get some more info out of him.
And he can reach the tall spots, so.
Nice.
And Fee, you are able to communicate with Crumb, but he says that he'll try to find a good spot to wait until you guys return.
I'm so sorry. It just happened really fast, and we were even in different spots. We had no idea we were getting slurped up into this mansion thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unsummon you for a second and then bring you right back. And then you'll be here.
All right, but this is a really sweet bag, and I won't be able to bring that along.
Can you find like a good hiding spot for it for when we come back?
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, it can be like treasure.
Yes, Billy.
Sorry. You can, as an action, you can temporarily dismiss the familiar to a pocket dimension. Alternatively, you can dismiss it forever. As an action, while it is temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear in an unoccupied space within 30 feet of you.
Baller.
Okay.
It's good they thought of that.
Yeah.
So that's even easier.
Yep, yep,
So-
yep, yep, yep.
You don't even need to take an hour.
That's true. So I'm just going to call him right back over to me.
All right. Yeah, he gives you the signal when he finds a good hiding spot, and then he drops out of your awareness, and then immediately he's there. Yeah, this place is awesome.
It
Almost
really
as
is.
awesome as that bag I found. Now this bag, oh man, Fee, you are going to be so happy about this bag.
Crumb.
It's got like a butterfly symbol on the outside of it. It's
Huh.
etched in there really nice. And also you can just keep putting stuff in and it never gets full.
Oh, shit. That's amazing, Crumb. Actually, that's great. Wow. You did find a good bag. Guess what else is new?
Yeah, I know.
And I like flap my wings.
Yeah.
I can fly too.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool? It's not forever. It's just a little bit.
imitation is the most sincere form of pissing me off.
Well, I'm sorry for pissing you off, but I might piss you off further. Do you want to help me sort through my pack and maybe get some of these coins out? Are there still coins in there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure all the things for the cart are good. Make sure we have everything. And you know.
Yeah, we can do that. And so you guys will start sorting that stuff out, and we will spend the next 8 hours sleeping and relaxing and refreshing. All right. So yeah, you guys have a very restful evening. Wake up refreshed. When you come downstairs from your rooms or wherever you guys were at, Vandalash is there, and sitting at a table with Vandalash are two other individuals. One of them is a short, heavily robed creature that you've probably not seen before. They have like greenish skin. Their feet appear almost to be made out of roots.
Ooh.
And they're just like this little squat creature smiling up happily and kicking their little root
shit.
feet as you guys enter the room.
I so hope that's Macy.
The other...
It's Ura.
It is Ura.
Everybody who's from Argaria can give me a history check.
Okay.
Okay. Ting-a-ting-a-ting-ting-ting, 19.
9.
Why did
I'll
I
use
not-
my inspo.
Use it.
19.
What up, 19?
12.
So Fee and Nez, you guys are book readers. You would have read some history books. You guys see what appears to be a construct
Oh.
individual. Their body is made of wood and a little bit of metal and cords. They wear this like gray outfit. One of their eyes is like blank and glassy, and the other one is bright green. They look like they've been singed a bit, but you also notice that they have like what almost appear to be horns, like broken horns coming out of the one on each side of the head. They're sitting there quietly, hands resting on the tabletop, and you notice that there are two rusty curved scimitars on their back.
Are we able to discern if it's like gnome craft work that made the construct?
You believe that this construct is dwarven made, possibly. It looks pretty close to what you've seen from the history books
Okay.
on what a construct looked like during the Victory Wars in Vaildalin,
Gotcha. Okay.
which was over 1,000 years ago.
Wow.
And as you guys enter, Vandalash looks up. Oh, hello. Good morning to all of you. I've got a couple of people here I'd like you to meet. This is my apprentice. She puts one wing out toward the short green creature. This is Ura. And Ura looks up at you guys. Hello. How are all of you doing today?
Hey, what's up?
Hi, Ura.
Well, hello.
I love your feet.
Thank you. And on my left here...
They do not like your feet.
On my left here is Macy. And Macy turns and gives a little wave. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
What's up?
Well,
Hey, Macy.
So I guess I'm supposed to be leading you guys around here through these little places looking for rune tablets.
Yep. And Ash Knight, maybe?
No, yeah, if we have time, we can pick up the Ash Knight, though I've heard she's kind of mean and stupid. And then
So maybe we don't have to do that.
and then Vandalash interrupts. Acquired taste, Macy. That taste is going to be off-putting. I'm going to tell you that much. It's probably rotten.
I
sorry.
signal at Vandalash a thumbs up.
Can we get a description of the Ash Knight so that we might know what to look out for?
And Nez is gonna prop his sketchbook up and get ready.
Absolutely. Well, she's a tiefling woman.
Oh, a
She-
tiefling, you say?
Yes, a tiefling woman. She is tall. She has gray skin, and it is a bit of like a piebald pattern on it, as is her family lineage, and with varying hues. Her hair is a curious multicolor. Last I saw her, she was wearing her armor, her red armor with the red collar, signifying that she is the Ash Knight. And then her real name is Yellowbaton.
She
What?
sounds hot.
Yellowbaton?
Yellow baton.
Sort of. Yellowbaton.
I like with an accent.
A yellow baton.
That button
I'm having a
over
yellow
yonder
down.
is yellow.
Word to the wise, if you do encounter her in there, I would default to calling her Ash Knight.
Even if we don't know her personally, it'd be weird to go up and be like, hey, Ash Knight.
And
That is-
even if we're the ones rescuing her,
Yes, her title is very important to her.
well, I hope her title is very important to her for the rest of her days in the Oasis.
Yeah, we don't want to offend her while saving her life.
Nez scowls.
SMH.
Nez scowls at his party members and turns the sketchbook around and
Approximately, is this
Damn.
what we're looking for?
Give me, do you have a drawing skill? I can't remember if we put that in there.
I don't think so.
Give me a performance.
Performance? Okay. Oh, that's a nat 20 for 21.
All three of their pairs of eyes like widen as they look at this drawing, and they like look at each other and then at the drawing. That is exactly what she looks like.
Sick.
Awesome. We need to find her.
She
for
is-
the betterment of our relationship with the Elysian Knights. What?
She has a very severe, but she's very like a very severe look to her. Somehow Nez was able to capture that.
Cool.
And also she's quite beautiful based on this. Has a very like I don't know how you captured this, Nez, but you did. A very regal bearing to her.
So Willem would be really into Yellow Baton.
Get your
Oh, yeah.
own.
Get your Willem is happily married to Shagara.
Spoilers. No.
Can you
What's your
retroactively spoil?
Yeah.
If you're listening to this and you haven't listened to season 1,
You fucked
what
up.
are you doing? But also, sorry if you haven't. I get wanting to start with the most recent one, but we're 90-something episodes in now.
You got a whole week in between. What are you doing?
What do you do?
Listen to the other
What did you say,
one.
Can?
I was asking what her favorite foods are.
Who's?
The Ash Knights.
Yellow banan.
Gotcha.
Yellow belly.
I don't know what her favorite foods are. She refused to eat when I offered her food.
Rude.
Yes.
Well, some
I don't
infernal
know.
types aren't that hungry, so I'm not going to hold that against her.
Well, I was gonna try to use it as a way to maybe break the ice if we were trying
Oh
to
no, trust
get on their
me.
good
Right
side.
now, I'm saying right now, I will be breaking this ice.
Oh no.
I just love that Can's first olive branch is
Is
always food.
Yeah. I mean, it is like a universal.
It is. It's fantastic. I just love that it's consistent.
Yeah.
And I don't know how prepared she was to be out there.
Like you guys
There's no
can like
food.
talk to her and stuff. I just want to talk to her first. If
Macy, what's your favorite food?
Well, I don't really eat, but I always have been interested in tasting what some desserts and taste like. I don't require food,
You don't
unfortunately.
require it, but can you taste?
No, unfortunately, I can't taste. I don't have the capabilities, but I wish that I did.
I wish you did too.
What's your favorite food?
Oh man, I have a lot of them, but I've been on a big berries and toast kick lately.
maybe there is an ancient magic we can tap into that can allow you to taste.
If you guys could find something like that for me, I would be so happy.
Put it on the side quests.
So have you been a construct like forever, or were you something before?
As long as I can remember, this is what I've been.
Does it work different? Like, was there like consciousness created for?
Nobody really knows.
Because like that one prince from the last campaign who was a construct, like
you guys had to
That's who I
install
thought
his
it
like.
was.
Yeah,
magic
he was himself before he was that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just curious if it was like the same sitch.
He, based on his answers, you think he might have. May just be a construct.
He's just a bot. Okay.
So, when do you guys want to get started down this long, dusty trail?
Well, I'm pretty well rested and stocked.
Anybody else hungry? Should we break fast first?
I'm good.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having a little something before we hit the road.
I think we could whip up some berries and toast rather quickly. Possibly even to go.
Is that what you guys want to do? You want to make some food real quick?
Some berries
Okay.
and toast.
All right. Are you going to be cooking it, or are you going to be summoning it?
Me?
Yeah.
I
what would
intended
you guys
to
like?
cook. I didn't know I had summoning powers.
Well, you would ask to have it summoned.
Oh, I was like, fucking what?
We
Yeah.
are in Gargantuan Mansion.
I intended to make it myself, but, we just had a long rest. We're in practically an all-inclusive resort. You might as well get pampered before we go off into the desert death dungeon, right?
Yeah. Whatever you guys want to eat will appear in front of you. So if you'd like berries and toast, there it is in front of you. Nez, whatever you'd like to eat, appears in front of you. Fee, Gil, you're good.
Booze. Booze, please.
A tall stein of mead appears.
I push that back and think of other booze.
You're going to have to actually ask for it.
I want fire wine, please. Yeah.
It appears right there.
Sick.
All right. After you guys are well and truly sated, Macy gets up, and you notice that when Macy walks around, anyone can give me an insight check.
Okay.
I would love to. Whoops.
Gil's got a bunch of insight, right?
I rolled a 10.
13
Okay, I'll give it a whirl too,
for fun.
just for funsies.
23.
Nice.
Me, 12.
12?
Yeah.
Everybody but Can, you guys kind of see that Macy's pretty light on his feet as he walks, and just seems like have a little airiness to the way that he moves. Can, something about the way that he's moving around almost seems to you like some of those festival dancers that would sometimes arrive on the island. There's something very like kinetic about the way that he moves. It's like very graceful and lithe, even putting the prince to shame.
Macy, has
Yeah.
anybody ever told you that you have a dancer's gait?
Well, that's really nice to hear because that's exactly what I like to hear.
So you have heard it before.
Yeah, I think so, but usually after I dance.
Oh, so you do dance.
I'm a bit of a dancer, yes.
This is very exciting. What
Can
type
you-
of dance do you enjoy?
Interpretive.
Can you dance for a long time?
Yes, I have quite the reserve of energy when I am dancing, almost as if I go to another place.
Do you ever get tired?
There are times when I feel as though I need to have a little sit, but I don't sleep.
Sweet.
I do need to rest from time to time just to get my bearings and ruminate, ponder, other synonym.
Is dancing like your full-time job and this is just like something you're doing?
I would say my full-time job is just being a wanderer. I happened across Vandalash's path not long ago, and I was requested to help. But yes, I would say that's how I make most of my money. Dancing in taverns and inns and pubs.
That's very impressive.
Thank you, thank you.
I would like to see a dance sometime, but I won't request it here. I mean,
Oh, if we spend a little bit of time together, you're all gonna see my amazing, amazing dance moves.
Okay.
I promise.
I've definitely cut some rugs in my time. Maybe we can dance off.
That would be very, very fun. Is your name Gil?
It is.
Okay, I'm trying to piece together all you guys' identities.
oh, I'm sorry.
Because no one introduced themselves, which is fine. It's a weird situation.
Technically,
but I
I
was told
think
about
it
you.
was on the chicken wizard to introduce us because they introduced you to us, but they didn't do the reverse way.
Traditionally,
Yeah,
the
she-
host
she
should
told me.
introduce all the parties to each other.
I am Gildebrand
She-
Molani. I apologize for the chicken.
I'm Fee. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Nezrah.
Hello.
And I'm Can.
Hi. All right, well, now we're all best friends now, so should we get going, get started? Who's coming with?
Yeah. Is Prince Cashmere still like around, or is he off hiding?
He would have to be in the mansion somewhere, but he's not down there right now.
Okay. Bye, Prince. Don't die and stay safe.
I mean, you don't want to go find him before leaving.
I mean, I guess. Okay.
we have time
That's gonna be
to.
Do we have time?
Well, I mean, we got time, but no time like the present, right? We should probably get going. Unless you guys want to sit around here, I guess.
I
I
just
won't
wanted
push you.
It sounds kind of pleasant, but we should probably get moving.
I mean, Fee has history with this guy. She deserves to say goodbye to him. They may never see each other again.
5 minutes is gonna pass here.
I'm a
and
little
then
concerned
we're
he's
come
gonna
back.
get killed or something.
All right, go get him, Fee.
Oh, okay. I'll be quick. And I'll-
Loom is like shaking his head. She probably won't even be able to find him. This is going to be a wild goose chase.
Right.
You
I
got
lean
to
over
have
to
faith, dude.
I'll have Crumb help me. And then, yeah, can I try to find him?
Yeah, you can give me an investigation check.
Okay.
While Fee is off doing her thing, Vandalash looks at all of you. Now there are only 6 spaces, and as aforementioned, Macy will take up one of those. I noticed Fee has a familiar, and Nezrah, you have a familiar as well. Unfortunately, they would take up a space. So if you would like to bring a familiar, you would not be able to bring one of your humanoid companions.
Sif's okay with waiting.
Okay.
I mean, Crumb will have to stay. We'll just tell Fee that when she gets back. So now she has to say goodbye to him too. And may never see him again.
We just
What did you-
without fee.
I rolled 13, and then I used my D6, because why not? And got 16.
Okay, with a 16, you spend a little bit of time looking for the prince, and at one point you thought that you like smelled his like very like rich like spiced perfume, but when you went around the corner there was nobody there. You have a feeling, you get the feeling that he knows you're looking for him, and he's either playing a game or he's not interested in being found at the moment.
What a tool.
If you're trying to play a game or something, we have to go fast. They're waiting for me. I wanted to find you, say goodbye. I know it's only going to be like 5 minutes, but some people don't come out of this. Hello?
You only hear your echo in response.
Ah, shit. Crumb, any luck?
I was looking kinda, but why do we even need this guy? He's just he's an unknown variable. He's always disappearing. Unlike me, I'm always here. You ain't never getting rid of me again.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, but I mean, I like the prince. He's a nice guy.
I don't know, he's doing a lot of stealing. And I mean, normally I like that kind of thing. I think it's funny, but it was weird when he did it to Loom, because Loom doesn't seem to have much.
He didn't have pants. Like, desperate times and stuff. But
He had pants. He took extra pants. When we met him, he had pants.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Crumb. But I just wanted to say bye to him. But I mean, I guess. I'll give one last scan, and I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you're gonna get to talk to this prince, unfortunately. He's up to something. You don't know what.
Okay. Well, if you can hear me, stay safe. Don't get killed, and I hope you're here when we come back. And I hope we come back. Bye.
What's your passive perception?
Tomas, where does it? Oh, 13.
Okay, as you make your way down to the dining room area, at one point you like thought you felt something like brush up against you, and then you like turned and looked around and didn't see anything. However, when you put your hand in your pocket, you find this little silver bell. It's about maybe half an inch tall. It looks like some sort of like little trinket.
I'll take it out and like just look at it. It's just normal. But
Jingles with a very, very high tone when you move it.
the fuck is this? And just, I don't know, trying to think back to before. I'll just be like, okay, well, I'm going, and I'll just leave the trail of leaves behind me since like before, and then be like, no, I'm going. Yeah, I don't know what this bell is. It's very confusing.
All right. And you make your way back into the dining room with everybody else.
I don't fucking know.
Fee,
I
you
have
need
a
to say
bell.
goodbye to Crumb as well. He can't come.
Are you serious?
We just talked about this.
I just got him back.
Yeah, I just came back.
Well, Crumb, I mean,
You did this. He's going to point right at you, Gil. You did this. I don't know how you did this, but you arranged this for me to stay behind again, just like in that memory thing.
And I would again.
Oh, why don't we leave Gil here and I will go?
You know what? That's totally chill with me, man. I'll hang out here. This seems like a chill place.
Crumb, I mean, this could be a nice vacation for you, though. There's like a shit ton of food. There's nice baths.
Do you hear that? She thinks I'm more important than any of you.
No, that's not it at all. I just know it's only going to be like 5 minutes, and then we'll be back. So
5 minutes of fun.
yeah, and you can relax and like I think there's like books and stuff. What do you like to do, Crumb?
Oh, I get it. And he's going to look like he understands something. You want to leave somebody here to keep an eye on all of these weirdos.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yep,
And since you and I can communicate, and I've got the most perceptive senses, this makes perfect sense. Okay, all right. I see what you're putting down, Fee. Very crafty.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is good. We don't know these people very well and stuff, and I mean, yeah, like I said, I was concerned that the prince was gonna get killed, even though our friend here said that they wouldn't. But yeah, I mean, it'd be good to have some eyes on the inside.
Yeah, all right. So then, Macy kind of gathers with you guys, and Vandalash floats up into the air and looks back at Ura, who you've only briefly met, and says, "Okay, Ura, you can bring forth the pocket dimension." And Ura hops off the chair, and you realize that you and Ura are about the same height, Can. And kind of just slinks over and is digging in their robes and pulls out this little bead. Looks like it's smaller than the one around your neck, Can. It looks like a tiny glass bead almost, except it looks like it has a ton of magic inside. This one that Ura is holding currently has a very warm honey amber color to it. As if to depict the shifting sands of the desert. And Ura holds it up. Here you go. And tosses it, and Vandalash raises a wing, and it freezes in midair. Are you ready?
Yeah, fuck it, let's go.
All right. Now, I will say that it can feel a little uncomfortable for some people, so just be wary of that. And yeah, I'll see you when you get back.
This is like our 5th hole now. We've been through this.
Excellent then. Okay, here we go. And you guys feel this wrenching inside of you as you are almost feeling like you're being split apart. The inside of your body feels like it's being dragged out from the top of your head. It is very uncomfortable. While it's not super painful necessarily, it is very uncomfortable. And you feel like you're just being squeezed into a tiny, tiny little hole and then pushed through at jet speed force. And you guys find yourselves standing at the edge of a large, placid pool of water in what appears to be an oasis. There are palm trees that have pushed their way up through the sands here. There's even some vegetation, as sparse as it is, scattered around the area. There's rocks. There's a lot of different animals kind of existing in this space, birds that are fluttering around. It's a very lovely environment. And far in the distance, you can see the shifting sands of the desert, just stretching for at least a few miles, As you look around and the wind is kind of whipping, Macy, stands up, seems to face one specific direction. All right, it's gonna be that way. We should head that way. And begins walking kind of a northeasterly direction if you look at the sun. And as you guys either decide to immediately follow or hang back a minute, you hear something. You hear And on the edge of the skyline, you guys see a massive two-legged serpent raise its head up. At least that's what it looks like at first. And you realize that's not a serpent. That's some sort of large reptile. You guys see a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Uh-oh.
Dinos.
I was going to jump into the
Weird.
pond, but
Well,
seems like we have other shit to deal with.
Yup.
Might still be the best option.
This is not... Pocket Dimension is definitely not material plane, right?
No. Right?
It could be a former section of the material plane.
Well, can probably turn into that dinosaur now.
You can be a dino, Can.
Can I?
Bingo. Dino
That's one of the
DNA.
things that you would be able to turn into. There's even stats for, I don't know if there's a stat for a T-Rex.
There
but
is.
There are for like,
There's even a mini for one.
nice.
So what do you want me to do? Turn into a T-Rex and flirt?
Yeah.
They are. What is the CR level of which you can wild shape?
Because are you guys
2?
7 right now?
Yeah.
I think it's CR2.
Yeah.
I think mechanically the T-Rex is like 8, CR 8. So you would have to.
It's
be
one of the higher ones.
higher level. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. This would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about we do tonight's MVPC? The most valuable player character. I want to know who deserves an additional 1d10 of DM inspiration. Now, for those of you listening and for those of you around the table, Nez is 1, Gil is 2, Fee is 3, and Kane is 4. On the count of 3, I'll have you guys hold up the number of fingers corresponding to the person you believe deserves to be MVPC. Now I'll give you a moment to decide, and then we will vote. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 1, 2, 3, vote. We've got 3 votes for Nez and 1 vote for Fee. Nez, why'd you vote for Fee?
This was kind of a lax episode, but I liked that Fee was still like super concerned about the prince and Crumb. It just seemed in line with Fee's character. Even though it was like Vandalash was like trying to be like, get through the fucking portal.
Get on with it.
Yeah. So it was just kind of funny.
Yeah.
All right. Gil, why did you vote for Nez?
I liked that he created a perfect recreation of this Ash Knight, and am excited to see where that goes. I don't know. It was a cool time for a Nat 20.
Yeah, very nice. Fee, why did you vote for Nez?
I liked the questions he was asking. I think it's good that he had Vandalash inspect the metal sponge. And because that's really good to know that's armor. Like, that's pretty cool.
Could be armor, could be weapon, could be something.
Yeah, possibilities. So yeah, that was a good move for sure.
Excellent. And Can, why did you vote for Nez?
He was busting out the skills again this session. And I think that he was probably like the most decisive one of us in the group this time.
Very nice. All right, that means tonight's MVPC is Nezrah Kaziel. Take you 1d10, and yeah, maybe you can stretch that out into some armor or a weapon or a tool.
Or a soup.
Or soup.
Hell yeah, soup. God, I
Use
love
this
soup.
as a base. I'm imagining using this star metal piece as a base for like stock.
Star
Clank.
soup.
Just dropping it into the pot.
It goes right through the pot.
It's antimatter.
Whoops.
All right, well, that is it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Thanks to all of you listeners. Now, if you're liking what you're hearing, and who wouldn't, we're amazing, head over to Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts and consider leaving us a rating. 5 stars is always appreciated. And while you're there, heck, why don't you leave a review? We will read any review that we receive on the podcast. So that's just a nice little thing. You get to hear your words through the mouth of whoever you want. But if you don't specify, it's going to be Tomas. So choose carefully. We've also got a Patreon. So if you head over to patreon.com/D20_syndicate, you too can make us warlocks with your patronage. We've got some cool tiers there. There's some really cool stuff. We've got as little as like a shout out, and we've got as much as designing an NPC and everywhere in between, bonus content, behind the scenes content, and early access to episodes, and much, much more. So check it out and see if there's anything there that trips your crossbow. Also, we've got a Discord, and as Lindsey will tell you, it is
so free.
It is free. A link is in the episode description, so go ahead and click that link. It'll take you to the magical Discord, where we will underwhelm you with our boring real-life personalities when we're not edited to shit.
Underwhelm.
Oh, yeah, we've also got merch. So head over to TeePublic, check out some of the stuff on the D20 Syndicate page. The link is also in the episode description. And yeah, see if there's a shirt that you like or some other things. Every time I try to make additional mentions, it's always screamed at me that I'm incorrect and that we don't actually have Crocs. So no Crocs, guys, yet. But yeah, see if there's anything there you like. Other than that, that is it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. See you next week. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Arrivederci.
Sing us the song, you're the cat man.
Gotta start working on your syllable structure.
Yeah, you would think with the amount of times you attempt it, you would have nailed one.
You got to end it on the rhyme.
But
I know, man.
You never.
You could have done
Big
feline
bad
man.
Yeah.
Kitty man.
Regular
There you go.
song.
All you got to do is
You're
just
still
like,
missing a syllable.
you just
No,
gotta
'cause he
wait
says
a couple
piano.
seconds to think about it.
He
then
turns it
do
into
Piano man.
Yeah, he doesn't say piano man. He says piano. 2 syllables. So kitty man. There you go.
It was in one of our chats, and you had been like, Tomas had been very not present. And I was typing the like, I think Tomas is dead. And then I actually had the thought, like, one of these times that's gonna be the case. I should stop saying that.
The one time as a kid or in middle school that I decided to do the fucking classic who died? Somebody had died.
Oh no.
And everybody knew about it except for me. And I came in on Monday morning and everyone is just like in my homeroom, everybody's just like fucking ghostly white and nobody's talking. And I sat down and this is when I wasn't even I had just gone to I had only been there for like 3 months and nobody liked me. And I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to make this joke. I was like, who died? And I just remember sat next to me and he goes, died. And I was like, oh shit. And then they did an announcement like 2 minutes later on the intercom.
Oh my
And I was
God,
like,
man.
I love awkward shit like that.
oh my God.
Oh, wow.
And the fact that you were already not cool.
You were already
no,
You're like,
yeah.
this is gonna
like,
get me.
Yeah, I was like, this is gonna elevate my cred.
And no pariah forever.
I didn't know I could get more of a pariah. Right?
What do those red stars mean? Those are demerits. Fuck me, dude.
Yeah, because you don't normally go out and say who died. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm
It's
putting
like a
myself
TV
out
thing.
there. Yeah, saying this.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
man.
It's one of those kids moments when, yeah, you try
One
to
of those
emulate what you
kids.
see in the movies or on TV, and it just backfires.
Oh man.